Oh boy, that was a heck of an all-star race, and I enjoyed it. Just got done watching it, and you know what? Let's go through and let's talk about it piece by piece. First off, the Open. I got to see bits and pieces of it. I didn't get to watch it all at once, and I had no audio for it, mainly because I was busy. But man, Hemrick, Priest, two rookies getting aggressive, smashed up their cars. My predictions went out the window for who was going to transfer with all those cautions to end the stage right at the end of a stage. Photo finish for stage one between Byron and Bowman. I'm probably going to put that up after one of the wrecks. I can't remember which one it was at this point because there were so many of them. But yeah, one of the late stage caution sent stage one into overtime. Byron and Bubba 1-2 at the end of the stage by a nose, maybe. Byron got it done and moved on to the All-Star race. And then after we got through that, we had, I think it was in the second stage of the Open when we had both the Priest, this crash here between Priest and Hemrick, the other rookie. And then we also, later in the stage, coming to the end of it, we had Suarez, Bubba. I think Suarez actually ended up spinning of his own causes, but Suarez, Larson, and Bubba were all basically three wide pretty much coming to the line. And it ended up being Bubba, Larson, the top two in that stage. Only the top one transfers. Bubba gets in. Larson's going to have to fight it out for the third stage. Third stage, I think was fairly uneventful compared to the first two, for sure. And Larson got it done. He won the stage after battling with Ty Dillon, and I really did not want to see Ty Dillon beat him for that. Though I figured that he probably had that fan vote in his back pocket. Well, actually, I thought DiBenedetto would have it, but of course, DiBenedetto did not have it. It was Bowman who earned the spot in there because of the fan vote. I think Larson probably had the actual fan vote, but he won a stage, so it didn't really matter. So then it went to Bowman. I don't know what happened to DiBenedetto in the last week that he has now lost the fan vote, but yeah, and then so we got into the All-Star race, and we had action early and often in this one. We had Newman and I think it was Newman and Bubba Wallace getting together. Newman shoots down across the grass or across the turf, and trust me, that came into play. Newman's car goes sliding across the turf, and actually they showed during the race. I don't have a good replay of this, but they showed one where an All-Star race a few years ago when Carl Edwards won, and he was celebrating by sliding through the grass, and he tore the nose off his car because of the way that the grass works. Luckily, the new turf that they added in, and I think they need to add that in at every track that has grass currently to make the track safer for cars, because the amount of crashes that we see where a car goes through where a car goes sliding through the grass and tears the nose up. It happened at Daytona in 2016, I think 3 or 4 times between 2016 and 17. And I think it even happened a couple times in 2018. But yeah, so I think that really saved what would have been a really bad one for Newman. Harvick, I thank you that Harvick did not win in that mess of a paint scheme. Though he did win a stage. But yeah, the Millennial car did not win the race. He did win a stage. We had the 3-stage winners. I'm just going to kind of go through them right now. We had Kyle Busch winning stage 1, Harvick winning stage 2, Logano won stage 3. And at the end of all, I don't remember a huge amount from the third stage, mainly because I was so focused towards the end of the race. But man, that final stage was exciting. We had Kyle Busch. Oh wait, I think in the third stage we had Kyle Busch getting into it with Jones and Dillon. And actually that was impactful, where Kyle Busch had to come down and get his final set of stickers before everybody else. And it did put Kyle Busch out in front of everybody else for the time being. But the old tires, while not super impactful, did affect his performance. And he was not able to get it done. He actually hit the wall real late in the race, racing for the lead. So it was then down to the battle between Kevin Harvick and Kyle Larson for the race win. And as I said earlier, Kevin Harvick, thank you that he did not win, because I did not want to have to say the Millennial car won. But participation trophy was already on the side of his car. But Kyle Larson, after all these years of coming up so close, Kyle Larson fans can celebrate. Kyle Larson is $1 million richer. But I'm just going to kind of show some highlight reels here of some of the other big wrecks. But yeah, I mean, that was a great race through and through. I mean, I loved every minute of it. I didn't get to see all of it. I did have a few points where my TV was buffering, where I had to go away from the TV, but I was not away for very long. So, but yeah, that was definitely an exciting All-Star race. And I get that it's mostly pointless. Well, it's literally pointless because there were no points. But the $1 million definitely makes it a fun race to watch, and I want to see it again. And it also makes me wonder, would maybe shortening the races down to about the open length make the racing better? I don't know. It might be something interesting to try at another race. I get that they would no longer be able to call them like the 600 or anything, like next week for the Coke 600. And boy, that one's going to be a long review for me to do the Coke 600. But, well, hey, at least Larson has a win, even though it was an on-points win in the last year. And hey, you know what, Larson? Go out and win again at the Charlotte 600. I won't be complaining. Because, yeah, he earned this win. He had to beat two of the best in the garage for it. So, to be honest, I can't say that. I mean, there have been a couple of times where I feel like a driver has not earned the $1 million that they won from this race. Kyle Larson, through and through, earned this win. But yeah, trying to think if there's anything else I might have missed. Oh yeah, Logano. I didn't think tires were going to be that big a deal, but on the last restart, I think it was with like 12 to go, Logano came down, grabbed fresh tires, and he drove from, I think it was 15th or something on the restart, inside of the. I think he made it to fourth before the end of the race. I don't think he got by Kyle Busch, but man, I mean, how do you even pass that many cars at Charlotte in this package? I mean, this package has not been very. Now, it has produced a lot of passes, but it hasn't been conducive to passing a lot of cars really quickly. I mean, if you have a fast car, I mean, Larson showed it at Atlanta. You will not get by these cars just because you've got a fast car. But man, this race, I loved it from a fan's perspective. I don't know what you can do to make it better. I mean, I still think the best All-Star race format we've had was the top 10 in average finish across the first three stages. Go to race for the shootout at the end from 2017. I don't necessarily think that was the best All-Star race outright, but I think that was one of the best formats of recent. But yeah, man, this was just such a fun race. Just gonna say that, and then I think I covered pretty much everything with this race. I didn't stay to watch the post-race comments just because I want to make sure I get this video out as soon as I can. But yeah, so thank you guys all for watching. Feel free to check out my Patreon if you guys want to help support the show. Help me upgrade some of this stuff. But yeah, thank you guys all for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Bye!